Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. My name is Tammy, and I'm so excited to have all you Sagittarius people out there whose sun sign is that of Sagittarius joining me today for your August Zodiac reading. Now, really quickly, this reading I will not be doing again until December, so it is kind of good for the next 4 months, and we'll talk about that a little bit after we talk about the housekeeping. But anyway, what we're going to dive into today is some karma that's going on in your life. We're going to tap into the Akashic records a little bit, look at a past life, and then touch and reach out and touch one of your, the old saying from I'm dating myself now, when AT&T would be reach out and touch someone. We're going to reach out to someone on your spiritual team, whether it's an angelic being, some kind of higher realm being, or even an ancestor. But before we begin, I just really want to hit up one thing in the housekeeping. And for those that are subscribed to my channel, I know I sound like a broken record, and I feel like a used car salesman, honestly. But if you would consider subscribing to the channel, I would really appreciate it. The YouTube algorithm, is real, and it is really difficult. The one attribute is the number of subscribers, and that is so difficult. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I would greatly appreciate it. You can turn off the notifications. I get that. I do the same thing for people I subscribe to. I turn off the notifications so my phone doesn't blow up. Additionally, if you wouldn't mind smashing that like button, the more you like a YouTuber's videos, the more it kind of gets pushed up on the list to be shown, when you first log into YouTube and it's got recommended videos and stuff. That's all based off of likes. So with any YouTuber, again, subscribe. And if you really like the content, or you enjoyed it, or you found it helpful, like it, the only thing I ask you don't ever do is don't give somebody a thumbs down. Because you got to remember, just because you don't like something doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't like it. And that really hurts a person's YouTube channel. And there's a lot of work that goes into this. So you guys are obviously spiritual, or you wouldn't be here. So don't put that kind of negativity out into the world. Be the bigger person. If you don't like my channel or whatever, then or somebody else's, just close out of it and go on about your life. All right. So again, thank you. All right, Sagittarius, as you see, we are going to do our reading today with 3 decks. The first deck, I will pull 2 cards, which will be your karma card, and a challenge that is blocking you from moving forward. And we're going to pull I'm going to pull from the Light Seers Tarot deck. Then I'm going to reach into the Akashic records to your past life. And this is an Akashic Tarot deck. Now, I understand some people out there, you don't believe in past life, and that is fine. So, just take it for what it's worth. And then we're going to reach out to someone on your spiritual team and get a message about all this, and some guidance and maybe some clarity, or we'll see what they have to say. Now, normally I select a crystal before any reading, something that I'm drawn to say, hey, you might want to work with this crystal, blah, 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 blah. But I was not drawn into that with these readings this month. I think because of the fact that I'm tapping into the Akashic records, I want to do a little extra cleansing. Now, really quickly, before I do my readings, I always sage my cards, my tools, even the candle, even the little lighter, all of that gets saged. My phone, my tripod, I sage myself. And then what I do normally is then I have to ground myself, I have to protect myself, and then I connect. If it's a personal reading, I connect to that person's energy. In this instance, I'm connecting to Sagittarius energy. All right. However, I want to use 2 crystals for a little extra protection. First of all, black kyanite. I love black kyanite. I actually use both of these. This is selenite. I use both of these when I do Reiki, whether it's in person or distance. And I start with the black kyanite because this not only gets rid of negative energies, but any negative attachments, negative entities. And I do sell this in the Your Natural Healer store. It's not this big. This is actually like several pieces that grew together. But the pieces in my store, if you look here, this right there looks like a piece. These little pieces here, I do sell. I think they're only $3. They're not expensive. You never need to clean kyanite. That's why another reason why I like it. So let's go ahead and give the cards a tap in case they picked up anything while we were waiting here. And then selenite is the stone of pure white light. These I do sell. These are 4 inches, and I do sell these in the store. And these are called selenite wands or selenite sticks. And selenite is great for really cleaning your aura. And I like taking it and doing like a quick brushing maneuver around my body to just cleanse my auric field. Because selenite takes negative energy and transmutes it into positive, but it doesn't get rid of negative attachments or negative entities. So that there is the difference. So let's go ahead and, sorry, I keep hitting this tripod. I'll give that a whack right there and we'll set that there. All right, so we are all set. Now I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling. And first of all, these cards are very stiff and I'm a horrible card shuffler. So please bear with me. You get a little entertainment. But anyway, Sagittarius, I just want to say really quickly that please remember this is a general reading, so it may not resonate. Couple things if it doesn't resonate. First of all, don't go, oh my God, this is woo-woo, fake news, Tammy's a charlatan. As I said, I'm connecting to general Sagittarius energy. If you want a more personal reading, you can go to yournaturalhealer.com, go to the services tab at the top, and you can see all the different types of tarot readings I do. If there's a certain reading you want, you can shoot me an email and say, hey, Tammy, can you do this reading? And I'll be more than happy to. What else? If it doesn't resonate, again, please remember that this reading is good for the next 4 months. So it might not resonate with you till October or maybe November. And then you go, oh, maybe that's when the karma was kicking in. Okay. Like I said, these cards are really stiff too. And I like this deck. It's like, these are like Rider-Waite tarot. The only difference is this is like a more modernized artwork and the colors are very vivid and the artwork's kind of pretty. It's more of an advanced deck. It's not a good deck for beginners, but I really enjoy this deck. So let's go ahead. We're going to pull 2 cards and I'll adjust the camera. And I'm going to set the cards this way. And I'm going to adjust the camera down. There we go. So we still get that candle in there because I like doing candles with the special readings because I like to read the flame to see if we get any messages. If we see a spark, that means that whatever we're talking about, the universe is sending us a message. Okay. Now, hold on. The air conditioning is off, so it is dancing around a little bit. So we got some good energy going on here. So we'll see what happens. All right, so the first card, Sagittarius, we're going to pull is karma. What karmic activity is going on in your life right now? Now, a couple things about karma. There's good karma and bad karma. We can bring in karma from a previous life, or we can create new karma in this lifetime, okay? So just always remember the rule of 3. Whatever you put out into the world, whether it's positive or negative energy, it's going to come back to you times 3. So when things happen to you in the present, that is karma, the result of karma of the past. All right, so let's draw that first karma card and see what we got going on. Okay, and this is a reverse card. I'm going to turn it up so I can read it. The Ace of Swords in reverse. All right. Well, first of all, the Ace of Swords is a very interesting card in itself. It is associated with the crown chakra. It's also associated with the element of air. It's not really associated with a particular planet, but it is associated with three zodiac signs, and that's Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. All right, so let's talk about what you have going on right now that is coming into your recent space as a result of some kind of karmic lesson. And with the Ace of Swords being in reverse, this is really talking about unproductiveness. And it's more than feeling like you're not getting things done, or it's more than that. It's really, you take one step forward and you take 5 steps back. That's kind of what this is saying. Part of it might be because you have a lack of ideas. Swords normally deals with thoughts and ideas. So maybe whatever you're going through, like I said, you're not having ideas, how to move forward. But it's definitely opening you up to a lot of missed opportunities. And it's also based on a little bit of miscommunication as well. Now, in what aspect of your life? Again, this is a general reading. Normally I would draw more cards to clarify. So this can be anything from just your general life. It could be a romantic relationship. It could be family or friends. It could be work or career, money, finance, health, spirituality, any of those things, okay? But you're definitely going through something where you've missed the boat a few times on some things and you're not being productive. And it's really due to your own fault, okay? Even though you may not want to admit that, Sagittarius, it is your own fault. It's due to that not having ideas and miscommunication. And I think you're the one that's miscommunicating. Either you're not speaking the correct words or you're not understanding the words correctly. And that's causing this unproductiveness that you're about to go through. So you're like, okay, well, how is this karma? Well, it's definitely dealing with something that's not resolved. It could be something, again, that you brought in from another lifetime, or it could be something that you did in this lifetime that the universe is going, no, we need to learn a lesson here. And you didn't learn the lesson the first time, so it's happening again. So again, Sagittarius, this is all going to depend on your own personal situation, in which in a general reading I cannot really give you too much more information. We'll continue to draw the next 3 cards and kind of see, and that may shed the light a little bit, may get a little more specific, may not. But again, just be aware that this is going to be going on. One of the things that I would really start focusing on is your throat chakra. I know I said this is a crown chakra card, but our third chakra is all about communication. And I would also maybe use some aquamarine or lapis lazuli or even blue sapphire to help you. Carry those crystals in your pocket, put them on your nightstand, keep them with you, and that's really going to help you communicate better in situations. And by communicating, I mean verbal, nonverbal, as well as listening, okay? And I think that that's really going to help you not miss these opportunities or help you not from being unproductive, so that this way you have more ideas and you can move forward and you can turn this card in the correct direction. All right. Now, we're going to look at the next card, which is going to give us a little information on maybe some challenges you're going to be facing in healing and learning your lessons from this. And like I said, depending on your situation, I think a lot of this, the lesson and what I'm really getting is that third chakra big time now. is that this is a communication problem. So you need to really do some work on that communication. Okay. So let's see what this card is. And this card, we'll read it right side up. It says death, rebirth. But see the little, I'm going to show you in between is the little infinity sign. And people get freaked out with the death card. The death card does not mean death. It just means moving from a situation that's no longer serving your highest good into a situation that is serving your highest good. Now, the death card overall deals with actually the heart chakra. It is associated with the element of water. It does deal with the planet of Mars, so that Mars energy. And it deals with Scorpio energy. And Scorpio energy, they are just, Scorpios are very, I don't want to use the word mistrusting, but they're always looking for ulterior motives, and they can fly off the handle really quickly. Scorpios, very, very special. But anyway, this particular card being in reverse is all about that. Like I said, normally when it's in the upright position, it's talking about moving from one space to another, moving from a space that's negative or not serving you well into a space that's positive. It's about change. It's a change card. And in the reverse position, this is saying that you are really, really resisting change. And what's important in how it plays into this with the fact that we're saying this is karma related is that you're repeating negative patterns. And there's the challenge. So whatever this is going on, it might not have happened exactly like this before, but you haven't learned the lesson. And it's not just happened once before. It may have happened several times in this lifetime, and it may have happened in several lifetimes. But whatever it is a repeating pattern that is going on with this miscommunication, lack of ideas, missed opportunities, and things of that nature. Let's see. I would ask yourself, why are you resisting the change, first of all? Okay? Why? What is causing, is it a fear of change? Or a fear of new beginnings? Because nobody likes change, because with change, change brings us uncertainty. We're not in control when change happens. And is that what this is going on? So I would suggest maybe do a little bit of inner reflection, a little bit of shadow work, and ask yourself, in regards to whatever this situation that's happening, what's going on? Why are you afraid of this change? Why are you resisting the change? And I think once you get to the root cause, that's going to help you here. And again, I don't know if it's the lack of communication that's no, it's definitely, I thought maybe this was causing the resisting change, but no, the resisting change is definitely what is hindering this. So again, it can be about many different things. Like I said, love, relationships, whether platonic or romantic. It could be about work or your career. It could be about money. It could be about finances. It could be about your health. It could be about spirituality. Lots of different things. And I can't really give you too much more information on this. But the change needs to happen, because this change is truly for your highest good. And I don't think you realize that. So again, you really need to dig into yourself and ask yourself and explore why are you resisting this change? And once you explore why, this card is going to turn, You're going to accept the change. You're going to start transitioning into this beautiful space, which will really allow you to work on your throat chakra. And once you work on your throat chakra and kind of understand and why you're miscommunicating, and I do think it is playing with this, it is dovetailed with this card. But once you get that throat chakra nice and balanced again, then this card is going to reverse, and you're going to have more ideas, and you're going to be productive, and you're going to have lots of opportunities and lots of communication going on. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and pull a card now to kind of look in the Akashic records, to look at one of your past lives. We won't be into too much detail, but looking into that past life to kind of get some guidance on whatever this is that is going on in your space. All right. So, Sagittarius, you guys got, oh, this is a great card. It says will, wisdom, and mind. We have a lot going on here. First, we've got the crown, so our crown chakra. We've got the element of fire. We've got the element of water over here. This is the Celtic knot, and I'm sorry, I forget what this, it's called the three-legged symbol, and I forget what exactly it stands for. I know it does also have to do with the first three rays of light. If you're not familiar with that, that is something that I plan on teaching in a course. It would be a little too much. It's outside the scope of this video right here. But this card is representative of power and will, love and wisdom, and intellect and mind. And this card is saying in a past life, you worked very closely with one of the ascended masters. And you're like, okay, who are the ascended masters? Ascended masters are like Jesus, Buddha. So if we're talking Jesus, I'm not saying you were one of the disciples, but I'm saying that you were probably one of the followers. And, you did work with one of the ascended masters very closely. If it was Buddha, it could have been the fact, I think maybe you were a monk or something to that effect. And with that, in that past life, you were very open-minded. And you communicated effectively. You could communicate verbally. And I don't mean just speaking and listening. You could communicate with your mind. You could communicate, physically as well. You were a very, 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 very good communicator. And I think that you were very, very spiritual. And whether that's a particular religion, I don't know, but you were definitely someone very, very spiritual. And you're saying, okay, well, how does that play in here? Because with that level of spirituality that you had, you didn't resist change. You were at a level that you really understood that change was welcomed. That's how you grew. And that allowed you, what am I trying to say? That allowed you to open the door to many opportunities because of the fact you didn't shut an opportunity down. You went with the flow, so to speak. Okay? And I think that you've kind of got away from that in this particular lifetime. All right? So with the fact that the Ace of Swords is a crown chakra card, and you did get this card, which is a very, very super spiritual card, I would also really look at, where are you spiritually? Are you meditating? Are you doing yoga? And I'm not talking religious spiritually. I'm just talking your spiritual self. You know, what are you doing spiritually for yourself? And if you're not doing anything, then this card is telling you you don't need to go out and shave your head and become a monk or anything like that, but you need to get back into that. You know, we have mind, body, soul. We feed our body by our food and working out and going to the doctor, and we feed our mind by reading and, you know, things of that nature, keeping busy. But if you're not feeding your soul, we have something missing. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and tap into someone in, oops, about to knock all the cards out. I'm a terrible shuffler. I don't want to shuffle this way because I don't want the cards to go into the flame. But we're going to now pull a card representing someone on your spiritual team. And remember, your spiritual team is made up of the Ascended Masters. It's made up of the Archangels, your guardian angels, angelic guides, galactic guides. You have scribes, you have cherubs, you have elementals, you have spirit animals. There are just so many different types of beings. So let's go ahead and pull that for you, Sagittarius. And let's go ahead and see what ancestor or what being is coming to talk to you today. Star ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. Look, we have the 3 pyramids there. Very good. This is again very crown chakra. You know, our crown chakra is our connection to the universe. But the star ancestors, what those are actually extraterrestrial light beings. Okay. They're only seen as light. You may have seen them either with your eyes opened or closed. Like you see a flash of light and you're just like, okay, what was that? In the sky, you might have seen like a bright light, or you think it's a star or a comet. It just fizzles out. And that could be one of these star ancestors. And I know a lot of people don't believe this, but I've got to explain it here. You know, past lives aren't necessarily Earth lives. There's an infinite galaxy out there. Who knows what's out there? And this is some kind of other galactical, as it says, extraterrestrial light being. All right, so that's what your star ancestors is. And like I said, the card says follow the voice of your soul. So 2 things: voice, what's that? 3rd chakra, and soul. We were talking about your crown chakra earlier. So your star ancestor is saying that you have such an incredible purpose here on this earth, and more than you really realize. And wow, that makes sense with this, because if you were that spiritual in a past life, you know, that's got to follow you a little bit. And I think that you've falling away from that a little bit, and you're not really on your soul's true journey. So your star ancestor is kind of saying, hey, hello, over here. I would pay attention to cosmic guidance. You'll receive that in things like dreams. Cosmic guidance can be given in the stars, rainbows, anything out in the cosmos. So really pay attention, because they are sending you some signals to get you back on a good path. I mean, I'm not saying, again, you've got to be fanatical or anything, but to get you back on a path for your soul's purpose, and to allow you to accept and embrace change, to realize it is for your highest good. This way you can continue to move forward, experience new opportunities, new beginnings, and really live the life that you were meant to live in this lifetime here on earth. All right. So again, I hope this really helped you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any interest in your own reading, if you have any interest in crystals or anything like that, all that's linked below, yournaturalhealer.com. Again, subscribe, thumbs up, and I really appreciate it. So go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste.